Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about an issue that's kind of important to me. It's about what non-member rights are and if there's actually, if there are non-member rights. So I just want to back this up. It, non-members do not pay to play this game like members do, like me. And that does not mean they are worse people or anything, but it means that have, they do not really have rights, if you know what I mean. It means that they are not entitled to anything. They are entitled to playing this game if they want to play it. They may play this game for free if they do not. I understand that some people are like, oh well, some people can't afford to play the game, and so they just play as a non-member. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that is, like if you're is like poor and struggling and they're dying of hunger. I don't think you're like sitting for 5 hours on a computer playing a children's game. Like that's just not your top priority if you are like too poor to play Animal Jam like that. And there are also just some people whose parents refuse to buy the membership, or they just do not want to buy it with their own money, and so their parents won't buy it for them. So I just want to clarify something. I have friends who are non-member. My best friend, both in real life, like I knew her before. I knew she played Animal Jam. She is Frost Girl 30. Go check her out if you no, not that. That's not her. That's Frosty Girl 30. So Frost Girl 30. This is her. I'm gonna go check out her den. She's a non-member, and she is literally my best bud in the entire world. I do not know what I would do without her. She makes really good dens, and I like to help her a lot on her account and help her make masterpieces. And she has a lot of art galleries and things. And she is just such a fun person. And she is a non-member. And so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I feel like non-members do deserve some things. Like I believe that AJHQ should like allow them to have some small luxuries. Like I would love it if they were able to use the jammer wall. I mean, it's a neat feature, and it helps so much in role plays. This random new jammer that like just spammed my wall. I'm just gonna delete these messages, but they're so helpful when you're doing something like a role play. And come on, nobody really uses the jammer wall for anything other than read my ball to look at the role play. Read my ball if you're sad. I have some inspirational cheesy quotes on it or something. I'm sorry if you do that with your jammer wall. I'm sorry, but it's so helpful if you want to do something like this, where I'm like, hey, here are my art request rules. You can request art from me, and then this person can say hi to you, and well, that you can do that in Jammergrams. Like that's gonna come up later, but it's great for looking at everyone. At who everyone is at the same time, because you can't view each other's jammergrams. It's kind of an invasion of each other's privacy. It's like reading through someone else's email. If that was like a feature on like gmail.com, everyone would like stop using that server. So as you can see, like you could say I am the youngest named Spirit, I am the second youngest, and I am named Ember, I am Fawn, I'm 10, and I like art, dragons, and I smile a lot. So, and then you can also and you can also do queuing, where you like, guys, I'm starting the role play, and they can all say, yeah, I hear you, and you cannot do that in Jamagrams, which is important.
Charlotte, is this yours?
Yes, just leave it. I'm recording.
No.
Dude, I'm recording.
Fine.
Okay, sorry about that weird blank out. Some idiot came in my room just now. Well, what I'm trying to say here is that jammer walls are super helpful for organizing all your stuff in role plays. Your jammergrams, when you're a non-member, you can only do things like this. Like, say I want to send something to my buddy Leafeon. We're gonna have a lot of trouble doing this because you can only say like, jam on. I love Animal Jam. Play wild. This is my favorite. Winter is here. I love the snow. Brr, it's cold. Spring is here. Fun in the sun. Summer is here. Summer is great. I love the sunshine. And autumn is here. Happy holidays. If you like, that's gonna, like, if you want to say something like, come to my den for a role play, they don't have that in like the Let's Go to My Den tab or anything. Like, mammals rule, reptiles are awesome. Yeah, I don't think you're going to like send a jamagram to your friend to tell them that you like reptiles. I mean, I just don't think that that's something people waste their time on this game. I'm sorry if you do that, but it's just not something that people are typically gonna want to look at. And they're like, "Ooh, is she gonna tell me about a roleplay or something?" And they're like, "No, I just like reptiles." So that's another problem. You have trouble communicating as a non-member, and I feel like that's something that AJ should give to non-members. Another thing is maybe like being able to use something besides the small house and the shipwreck den. I mean, I know the shipwreck den. Like, now that you can transmit your items to on land to the underwater, you have a few more choices, but it's just still kind of troubling because it's just still frustrating because you do not have a lot of choices. And I just, maybe not cooler dens like, you know, the Beach House, Crystal Palace, Princess Castle, the Fantasy Castle, the Castle, like, all of that stuff. I feel like, you know, like, I just feel like, non-members should at least have something like the Volcano Den and the Treehouse Den. I mean, nobody uses those anyway, so. And I mean, I know that Animal Jam just gave them the Autumn Small House, and I've decorated it here all nice, and yes, it's an adorable den, but it's really just a fall recoloring of the small house where they minorly changed the coding so that it looks a little bit more in line with fall, and like they've changed the color palette and all that. But really, have they changed that much? Not really. I mean, like, let's go to the normal small house den. Let's see. This is just a really bland den. So, yes, and you're like, oh, it's fine. It's just, and I'm like, yeah, they've added some flowers, and they've changed the color of the grass. They've added like trees in the background that are like leafy and green, but they have not changed a lot, okay? They've changed the tiles on the roof, sure, but that's not really a big deal. And that's the frustrating thing about it all. It's really difficult to make cool dens because you do have such limited item choices. And I feel like AGHQ gives them enough items. It's more about the inconveniences. Like, you just have that stupid bland music. Like, I'll put it on for you. Like, I'm going to go to the small house den, and I'm going to decorate it using only non-member items. And I'm going to see how far I'll actually be able to get. I'm going to use this boring HA melody. And I'm going to put the sound on. See how boring it is? I mean, like, and so I'm going to put up my masterpiece. And it's very hard for non-members to get masterpieces because they can't create masterpieces. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put... God, HHQ does not give, like, anybody, like, anything. God, this sucks. And I'm going to put this right there. And some mushrooms right here. And this is actually rare, so it's harder to get for non-members because, you know, typically non-members do not have as many rares as members. I'm going to put that right there. That's members, so I can't use it. Fantasy banner, that looks pretty good. Okay, okay, I'm going to put this right here. Everything non-member that I have is going to go in this den. And we're going to see how it all looks in the end. I can put these pillows over here for, like, a bed. I think that's enough for a bed. Now, let's move on. This mirror waterfall also costs diamonds, so, you know, you'd have to be very lucky on the daily spin, like, twice to get, to get this mirror waterfall. Come on. Quit lagging! And as you see, my den still looks kind of bare, even though I've put all of my, a bunch of stuff into it. And I mean, like, and it's really hard to get, like, flooring too as a non-member. You have to be really, really rare to get things like tan carpeting, which is basically just, brown. Which is basically just brown carpet, like the brown tiles, but, it's made for non-members. So I'm just gonna X out right here because it's so difficult. Like, that music is terrible, and I mean, it's horrendous. Like, that music is just so bad. I don't know why HHQ only gives non-members this music in particular. And it's so frustrating because there are so many amazing soundtracks that, like, nobody uses, like Jam Session. And non-members are just stuck with this crap. Well, my poor non-member self is going to sleep right now. And I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Okay. So here's my final verdict. HHQ gives non-members enough items, but they do not give them enough features. Like, let's go on the jammer. Well, they can't use that. They cannot use that. They cannot make masterpieces. They cannot do anything like that. And this is Frost Girl 30. Say hi, Frost Girl. Say hi, Frost Girl. Say hi, Frost Girl. What do you do on AJ? I'm gonna do a little bit of an interview with a non-member.
I just lost a tooth.
Oh, that's awesome!
How many teeth have you lost?
A lot.
I've lost 10.
Okay, I'm making a video, so just buzz off. So sorry, someone just came into my room to tell me something. So, this person says that she mainly trades parties, and I wonder what else she does. Is that it? Oh, okay. I told my fans that you like to do galleries. I told my fans that you like to do galleries. So my friend here is a big collector of art, and she does a lot of art stuff. And so I just want to thank you, thank you for your time, Fast Girl. Oh yeah, and this is an example of a member who lost her membership and became a non-member, and she's had to adjust to it, but I think she's come to terms with the whole losing her membership thing, and I think she's over it. Okay, I'm gonna end my video here, guys. So, bye!